So we're Freedom Fest, and you just completed a debate with two other candidates, and Jill Stein seems to be talking out of some kind of reality that doesn't understand the nature of competing rival ideologies. What about radical Islam, and how does that factor into what American policy in the Middle East ought to be?
I think that the very phrase radical Islam is a misnomer. Okay. So radical or radis means you go to the root of a thing, or fundamentalist Islam. It's redundant. It's like saying Christianity or radical Christianity. Well, Christianity by definition is radical. So Islam is the combination of the Quran, the Hadith, basically, and then what is called the canonical biography, Ibn Ishaq, the life of the Prophet Muhammad. And if you put those together, it's not just the Quran, it's the words and deeds of Muhammad that are not in the Quran. That is the foundation for Sharia law. That is what Islam is. So the reason that if you become a Muslim and then you say, no, I'm not going to do this, I want to go back to Christianity or whatever, you're going to be executed because Muhammad said so. It's not in the Quran, it's in the words and deeds of Muhammad that are not in the Quran.
How much of that is a factor in the Arab-Israeli conflict?
Well, Muhammad said the end will not come. The end will not come until a rock or a tree says, "O Abdullah, O lover of God, there is a Jew hiding behind me, come and kill him." So the reason that Hamas and other Islamic terrorist groups say they're committed to the destruction of Israel is because it's literally a part of the fiber of Islam from the mouth of Muhammad.
Right behind us here, there's a fellow, if I can zoom in here, a fellow wearing a keffiyeh. A fellow wearing a keffiyeh here. So what does a keffiyeh represent in contemporary Western countries today? Because there's so much Muslim immigration coming into, and these are the Marxists' partners in bringing a revolution over Western democracies.
Do you hate communists?
Certainly.
I hate communism. I don't hate communists.
Okay.
I hate schools of thought, but individuals, I would love to see them come to Christ and be redeemed. So we have this inability to differentiate between, here's a peaceful Muslim. Yeah, he doesn't follow Islam, okay? He doesn't want to kill his daughter if his daughter becomes a Christian, so he's not a good Muslim. The school of thought of Islam is very simple. Read the 4 schools of Sharia law, and you will understand this is Islam. And that is why Islam is a threat. That's why I would rather live in a country where they killed their babies by abortion, a Christian country that was in sin, but had the ability to change it, than an Islamic country where they did not kill their children, because Islam is committed to the destruction of Christianity and Judaism, to the obliteration. So you go to Turkey, where I have been, go to Jordan, go to Egypt, go to where Christianity once thrived. And Galatia, Ephesus, these places, they're all the churches are ash heaps, they're rubble heaps. Where John was buried, it's a desecrated mess. Where Luke was buried, desecrated mess. So that's Islam. They will, if the cradle of Christianity holds Islam.
So what does Muslim immigration to the West mean for the future of American?
They have sworn their allegiance to another law code. That's what you have to remember. You can swear an oath to the Constitution of the United States, but at the end of the day, they still hold their allegiance to Sharia law if they're good Muslims.
And Sharia law meaning Islamic law over the Jews and Christians?
Everything. Islamic theology breaks the world into 2 parts, Dar al-Islam and Dar al-Harb. Dar al-Islam means the house of surrender, the house of submission, those nations that have submitted to Sharia law. Dar al-Harb means the house of war, those nations that have not yet bowed the knee to Islamic law.
That need to be conquered?
Yes, that's why it's called the house of war. So we are the house of war. Saudi Arabia is the house of surrender, Dar al-Islam. Islam doesn't mean peace, it means surrender, it means submission. So with that, I have to go. I have people waiting for me, but I hope that you have enjoyed this. Go to terry2024.com. terry2024.com. That's my website.
Are you a write-in candidate?
No, I'll be on the ballot in about 20 states.
Under which party affiliation?
Constitution Party. That's why I'm up here.